Welcome back to the channel, my freedom-loving two-way supporting patriots. Back with another Sunday Thoughts video for you. This one's going to be somewhat of a VR to Josh Benware, aka Smooth. You're my boy, Smooth. You're my boy. You're my boy, Blue! You're my boy. And he did a video a few weeks ago. I think he titled it Stupid Internet Gun Logic. And I thought it was a really good video, as I've seen people arguing back and forth about this as well before, and it's whether if you should carry different firearms or not. So I know a lot of people who like to just carry the same firearm every day for self-defense and don't ever like to switch it up, whereas I'm a person where I'll switch it up all the time. I might go, I have 4 pistols I keep in my carry rotation, and granted they're all somewhat similar striker-fired pistols. But there might be weeks where I carry all 4 in 4 different days. Or, carry 2 different guns, the same day and switch it up. It just depends so much on where you're going, what you're doing, etc., etc. And so, a lot of the logic, the people's reasoning behind it, I should say, of not switching, is that you're going to forget the manual of arms, as Josh said. Now, when you pull out a firearm in a self-defense, as long as you got trigger time behind that firearm, you're going to know what you're doing, you're going to know what you're grabbing. When you pull it, you're going to pull that trigger. And there's a couple things that may switch that up, like say if you have a thumb safety, a firearm with the thumb safety. Personally, none of mine do. I don't ever plan on purchasing a firearm with the safety on it like that. If I did end up with one at some point, I'd carry it with the safety off. Just one more step to kind of get in the way to slow you down or screw up should you potentially need to draw your firearm and use it. And then you say you have the possibility going between like a revolver or 1911 or a striker fired pistol, so there are some slight variances. But like I said, if you get trigger time behind your firearms like you should be, and at the very least dry fire practicing, you're going to know what you're grabbing, you're going to know what you're doing. Now, out of my rotation of firearms, there is one pistol that I'll make a mindful note to myself. I'll literally tell myself out loud every time I carry that pistol. So say on my P365 here, the firearms are cleared for this. You got your thumb magazine release, of course, right? P365, like I said, no safety on it. But when I carry and switch over to my Walther PPQ M1, it's got the European style mag release. So when I'm carrying this firearm, I will say to myself before I put it in its holster and start carrying it that day, hey, you're carrying the PPQ M1 today. And it's just to make like a mental note to myself that it doesn't have the thumb magazine release, it's a trigger guard magazine release. And so that'd be the biggest difference in my firearms. Like I said, I like to make a mental note of that. It's a 15+1 firearm, so if you're got to draw this and use this in self-defense and you need to do a magazine change, things probably aren't going to be looking real great for you, unfortunately. But it is a mental note I like to make sure I tell myself. And so for everyone out there who says you shouldn't switch up your firearms, I absolutely think you should. Different situations, different types of weather even, can dictate what you carry and what you should carry. If you can get away with carrying a bigger pistol that it has a bigger capacity, and per se, like I'm more accurate with this pistol than I am with my P365. I mean, I'm pretty good with both, but there's just more to hold on to with this. So whenever I can get away with carrying a larger pistol, I do so. But manual of arms, all that good jazz, it's all basically the same. It's muscle memory. You just get that practice in, trigger time like I said, and you should be fine carrying whatever you want and switching that up even multiple times a day if you like. So that's all I really got on this one. Let me know below, you guys, what you think. If you only carry the same pistol all the time, or if you're someone who likes to switch it up, depending on situations, where you're going, weather, etc. So that's all we got, you guys. I appreciate you watching as always. We got this done in one take, which is an absolute miracle from God. So God bless you and yours, and we'll see you next time.